Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the recent purchases, makeup purchases that I have brought back from my US trip. There will be a New York vlog coming up very shortly, so make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on so you don't miss out on that. But for today, I'm going to be showing you guys the makeup that I have purchased. I had a different sort of philosophy in mind when I was purchasing my makeup overseas. I wanted to buy makeup that wasn't readily available here in Australia. I also love cream products, so that was something I also bear in mind when I was shopping around for makeup. And lastly, I made a conscious effort to avoid going into Sephora's. Now don't get me wrong, I did go in there, I did pick up a couple of things, but I just steered clear of them most of the time. It is so easy for me to just drop $300 or $400 on skincare, hair care, makeup, and it's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous because I always get back to my hotel room or when I get back to Australia and I think, why did I buy all this stuff? I do not need this stuff. It's so appealing in store. You get so seduced by the beautiful packaging and just the way that it's all marketed. And then when you get home, you realize that you really have no use for it, that your everyday humble products do the trick just as good, if not better. So that's another thing that I had in mind when I was shopping around for makeup. But without further ado, let me get into the products. I have a bunch of products here by Wet n Wild. They are a fantastic drugstore brand, as cheap as chips. I mean, most of these products cost me anywhere between $4 and $7. Just ridiculous how cheap they are. But more than that, they work like magic. All of these products are cream products, so they do just magically melt into the skin. They are not crazy pigmented. They are easy to blend out, easy to work with. You don't have to be afraid of cream products when you're working with Wet n Wild, and I was so excited to get my hands on them. I guess I'll begin by talking about the foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. I have the shade Classic Beige. It was the darkest shade they had on the shelf. I am afraid that it may still be a little light for my skin, but I picked it up anyway. I've seen this stuff in action on YouTube videos and I knew I had to get my hands on it. It just looks so easy to work with. A stick foundation that gives you great coverage but still looks dewy and not cakey, I thought was genius. $6 I think it was. I just couldn't resist. I mean, it just feels so good. I haven't used it yet, but I am afraid that it is a little light for my skin. I really think it's going to be a great foundation. I will let you guys know in a future tutorial. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get my hands on a darker shade. I'll give it a go, see how it goes, but that was the foundation. I also picked up their MEGAGLO makeup sticks. They're a contour stick. I used this every day while I was away as bronzer. It is a gorgeous shade for my skin tone. The shade is Where's Walnut. It glides on so easily. It looks crazy when you first apply it, but it just blends out seamlessly. It just melts into the skin. It just gave my face a beautiful warm glow. It contoured as well. I can't say enough about this. I'm obsessed. It's gorgeous. I love how warm and chiseled it made my face and skin look. It was so impressive that I went out and bought another one because I knew I would run out so quickly. It is just the bomb, if you ask me. The best cream bronzer I've ever used, and I know that looks pretty dark, but when you blend it out, it's just this most beautiful shade for an olive complexion. It really is. I absolutely love it, and if you want to see it in action, go ahead and watch my Get Ready With Me in LA. I'll link it down below. It's just beautiful. Also in their MEGAGLO makeup stick range, I picked up a couple of blushes. Again, just beautiful wash of color on the cheeks. It just blends out so beautifully. I can't get over these blushes. They do not make you look crazy at all. They actually blend away so softly that you may need a little bit more pigment. There's no shimmer. There's just beautiful beautiful washes of color that just look so natural, like a natural flush. I love them so much. This Wet n Wild brand just is the bomb. I love it. So the two shades I picked up were Hustle and Glow and Floral Majority. This Hustle and Glow color is a beautiful peachy glowy color, and Floral Majority is what I have on my cheeks today. It's just a beautiful mauvey rose color. They are just absolutely gorgeous blushes. I love them. I also picked up their highlight. It's called Hello Halo. It's a liquid highlight in a doe foot applicator. Very easy to use. A little goes a long way. Just dab a little bit on the high points of your face, blend it out with your fingers or a beauty sponge, and it's just a beautiful soft highlight that isn't stripy or glittery. It just melts away into the skin, and it's in this beautiful champagne color. The shade is called Golden Glow, and again, this was about $7. A gorgeous highlight, liquid highlight. I love it. And lastly, from Wet n Wild, I got this Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. It's Prep, Set, Refresh. So you can use this before or after makeup application. I have never used a setting spray in my life, but I thought, why not give it a go? And I have tried it. It's a beautiful mist. It's very hydrating. It gives you a beautiful glow. It's not sticky. It's not uncomfortable. It has a nice, soft coconut fragrance. It just takes away that powdery look that makeup can sometimes give. And again, this was so cheap. I think it was around $6. So everything I got from Wet n Wild was an absolute bargain and just really wowed me. So moving on to some ALMAY products. I love ALMAY, and they're really hard to find here in Australia. Not many Priceline stock ALMAY, or any chemists really. I just really find them hard to get my hands on. I really wanted to try their Smart Shade foundation. I've heard a lot of things about it, a lot of great things. It acts like a BB cream. It contains an SPF 20, which I absolutely love in my foundations. It's an anti-aging skin tone makeup. So when you pour it out, it looks white, and then when you blend it into your skin, it matches to your skin tone. I got the shade Straight Up Medium. I have it on my face today. I think the shade works pretty well on my skin, and you get a really great medium coverage. I think it has a very skin-like finish. It was about $15 if I remember correctly. I just really like the way it feels on my skin. I love that it contains an SPF, and I really like the finish and formula, so I was really happy with that one. You guys know I'm not a big eyeshadow person, but I do love cream eyeshadows. I love my Maybelline Color Tattoo cream eyeshadows. So when I saw these Velvet Foils by ALMAY, I knew I had to pick them up, and I went for a little bit out there colors than I normally get. The normal bronzy, champagne, brown tones. I love this violet color and this pinky, nudie tone color. I think they complement hazel eyes really well. They're very creamy, and you can sheer them out to a really sheer, glossy, beautiful, shimmering color, or you can apply them to look more opaque on the eye, so you have more pigment on the eye. I have used them. They are long wearing. I put them back in the box for the purpose of this video so you can see what they're like when you do purchase them, but they are great cream eyeshadows. I think the packaging is really adorable. I'm really impressed with the payoff that you get with these eyeshadows. They feel very comfortable on the eyelid, and they are just so easy to work with. You can apply them with your finger, or if you want to be more precise, you can blend it out with your crease brush into the crease and just get a more gradient finish, but they are just so easy. They are so gorgeous, and these were about $9 each if I remember correctly. I have heard YouTubers rave about the Maybelline eyeshadow color glow down for the longest time, but to use it as a highlight, and I was never able to find it in any Priceline or any Maybelline kiosk. So when I saw it, I just grabbed it. I think it was about $4. It is a beautiful champagne shade that works beautiful as a powder highlight. It is very, very soft but very impactful. So impactful but very very soft at the same time, not stripy and glittery, so the perfect kind of highlight. I wasn't really even looking for a lip liner, so this sort of found me. I was looking at clothing in Nordstrom and I stumbled across this. It was only $4. I love NYX lip liners. They're very creamy and pigmented, and this is in Nude Truffle. It's a beautiful brown lip liner that's almost the exact same shade as the pigment in my lips. It's what I have on today, just with a little bit of clear lip gloss over the top, and it's just a look I really love. I think when you get a lip liner that has no pinky tones in it, that's just very brown and is very close to your own lip color in pigment, it's just very easy to define that lip line and just add a clear gloss. I really like the formula that NYX uses in their lip liners. They're excellent and very inexpensive. Okay, you guys know how much I love my Maybelline Brow Drama. It's my holy grail product for my brows. But I did want to try the Glossier Boy Brow. I've heard so much about it, and every time I see it in a tutorial on YouTube, I always think to myself, that's my kind of product. It's what I have on my brows today. I love this product. It's amazing. I think it costs about $16. The fibers on this brush head are so small. It's so easy to work with your brows and not create a mess. It just gives fibers and volume and brushes those hairs up and puts them in place, and you know, fills in those sparse areas. It's just a no fuss, just easy, natural way to groom your brows, and that's what I love about this brand. They have a very natural approach to makeup and their aesthetic is just gorgeous. Unfortunately, they are a no cash store. They only accept credit. So when I was in there and I had decided on what I was going to purchase, I had a couple of other things, the perfume and a concealer, when I went to pay for them, and they made me aware that they were a no cash, and that is all I carry on me when I travel. I don't use my credit card. I am all cash all the way. She was nice enough to give me the brow product because, you know, I had spent time in there looking at everything, deciding on what I was going to get, and just urged me to try and come back with my credit card to get the other two products, which I didn't. But next time I'm overseas, which is in a few months, I think I might pop in and get the perfume, because the perfume is just absolutely beautiful. It's called You, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous perfume. I will go back for more of this boy brow and to pick up that perfume. So I really, really loved Glossier. I only picked up 2 things from Sephora. I couldn't believe it. I'm so proud of myself. The first being a bronzer. I steered clear from my NARS Laguna bronzer. I am such a creature of habit. I need to branch out and try different things, especially being on YouTube. You guys are just gonna get so sick of seeing me use the same things. So I wanted to try this Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer. I really love it. It's what I have on my face at the moment. I did like the Marc Jacobs one, but that was $50 and this was $30, so that's what was my deciding factor. It is beautiful packaging, and the shade I picked up was Island Time. I think it's a good match for my skin. I really like the way this bronzer blends out. It's not muddy at all. It's not too warm, and it doesn't have too many shimmers in it, although it is a little bit glowy, but just the right amount of glow. You almost look airbrushed with this bronzer. It is a really, really beautiful bronzer. I haven't tried any Fenty products before. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm so glad I picked it up. The second thing I picked up from Sephora was this Hourglass Caution Mascara. I did not go for my Monsieur Big by Lancome. I just find that a little bit too clumpy, a little bit too voluminizing for an everyday mascara. I wanted to try this because everybody raves on about how it is smudge proof. I have it on my eyes at the moment, on my lashes at the moment, and it is beautiful. It is nowhere near as voluminizing as Monsieur Big, which is something that I really loved about that mascara, but it just was way too clumpy for me. I had to always wipe the excess off on the rim of the lid. This mascara, if you do get some on your lids, is so easy to just brush off with a Q-tip or a spoolie. It's defining, it's lifting, it's separating, it's a little bit voluminizing. I only have one coat on my lashes at the moment. I only got the travel size because I wanted to be sure that I liked it before investing in a full size. I will let you know how I go. It is only the first time that I've worn it today, but so far I do like it. And lastly, I have a few products here by Ilia. This brand is stocked in Sephora. I picked up mine from Anthropologie, who also stock this brand, but they were having a sale, so they were reduced. I do like cream products, as you guys know, so that's why I picked up these products. So I grabbed a couple of their multi-sticks. I got two shades, one in the shade Outlast and the other one I Put a Spell on You. I Put a Spell on You is a gorgeous peachy corally shade, which I was wearing so much overseas. I use it on my cheeks. I used it as a lipstick. You can wear it on your eyelids. It's a beautiful summery shade. I love the formula. It blends out like a dream. It doesn't get crazy. It is a little bit more pigmented than the Wet n Wild ones, but very creamy on the lips. It stays put for quite a while. It just leaves a very glossy, beautiful, dewy finish on the skin. It's not too slick, not oily. It's just a beautiful formula, and I really, really love this product. I think it's a great multi-purpose product. I was using it every day. I loved it on my lips. The other shade is a more wintry shade, I would say, more mauvey, more rose-toned. Again, beautiful, I would say, on the cheeks and lips and eyes. I haven't used this shade yet, but I'm sure it's just as gorgeous. I saw this cute little eyeshadow quad and thought it would be great for traveling, and it's a beautiful neutral palette, so I couldn't pass it up, especially as it was on sale. And I don't have very many eyeshadow palettes because I'm not an eyeshadow wearing lover. I just am not. But these colors just really appeal to me. They are very pretty and very wearable, I find. So I couldn't pass it up. I thought, God, at this price, even if I hardly ever wear it, it'd be nice to have in my collection. Just by the swatches, they feel really nice. They feel like they would blend out quite nicely, not much fallout. They're not very powdery. They feel pretty buttery. So I'm sure I'll get some use out of these shadows. But I also saw a couple of eyeshadow sticks there, and I grabbed those as well. I know I'll be using these so much more than the eyeshadow palette. It's just the kind of makeup I love. Cream formulas, liquid formulas, just so easy to work with. I just love the no fuss about it. They're beautiful eyeshadow sticks, very natural colors. They only had two shades there. I picked up In Between Days and Next to You. Both are just gorgeous, very sheer, natural, wearable eye colors. Next to You is the warmer shade, and it's the one that I have on my eyelids today. It was just so easy to use. I just drawed it on my eyelid and blended it out with my Real Techniques crease brush out into the crease. Just a very effortless look. I really like the subtle, look it gives my eyes. It just gives it some color, but it's just not, an out there eye look, which I just find very aging on me. I just love a one wash of color that's very neutral and natural and a little bit shimmery. It's just what I love. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at all my bits and bobs of makeup that I bought from overseas. I know it still seems a little excessive, but it really didn't cost me all that much. A lot of it was on sale, a lot of it was drugstore, so I feel okay about all those purchases. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, please subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on any uploads from me. I have a clothing, accessories haul coming to you next, so stay tuned for that. But that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I guess I'll see you in my next one, but until then, take care.